Hello friends, Heidi here from Rain Country. God is good all the time. And I'm here today, this is exciting, to talk about the benefits of coffee. Why is this exciting? Well, I'm sure a lot of you know because we have put up with years of people trying to demonize coffee, just like so many other things that are trying to be demonized. And while yes, some things rightfully so, but not all things should be made out to be evil, such as Brazil nuts and more. So I thought, what a great idea. I haven't talked about this one yet, but let's talk about the benefits of coffee. And by the way, I also have a video in the playlist I'll be linking to down below where I talk about the benefits of different herbs, doing different profiles on the herbs, foods, nuts, seeds, and more. But I have one in there on chocolate as well. And so you probably find that a lot of the benefits are going to cross over because they're somewhat related, coffee and chocolate. And obviously, everything should be done in moderation, even if it's good, clean, pure, healthy water. Too much can actually cause serious harm if you're ingesting too much at one time. And so that goes for anything. So just do your own research, use a little wisdom, and everybody's going to be a little bit different depending on how much they should or should not have. And so these are all things that people got to figure out for themselves. I'm not a doctor. I don't play one on TV. I'm not a licensed naturopath. And even if I were any of those things, I still wouldn't know what is right for you when it comes to any amounts, dosages of anything. So one thing I do need to point out, though, is that just like with anything, because of the way food is today, food, drink, etc., what you want to look for is a coffee that is naturally low acid and organic and grown sustainably, such as the coffees I get from Shepherd's Crook, which has been my favorite coffee now for a couple of years. I do spend a little more on this than any other organic coffee I've ever bought, but this is a small US-based business, faith-based business, and I highly support them. And honestly, I can say best coffee I have ever had, no matter which flavor I get. And I'll talk more about that at the end of the video, but I do want to say if you want to try them out, I do have, even though I'm not an affiliate, I don't make anything off of, your purchases. I don't make a commission. I do still have a coupon code where you can save 25% on your first order if you just want to try them out and go with some of these smaller sizes right here, just to try out some of the different flavors. But I'll cover my favorite ones at the end of this video if you'd like to hear more. Now, let's start off talking about the nutrients. The very top thing is just the fact that coffee is very high in antioxidants. It is one of the highest antioxidant containing foods, drinks out there. And of course, as a lot of you may already know, anything that is high in antioxidants means it's going to have natural cancer fighting or preventative traits to it. So it can be very helpful and has been proven to be very helpful at preventing or fighting certain types of cancers. Other nutrients you will find in coffee would be several of your B vitamins, but especially riboflavin and niacin. Also potassium, manganese, magnesium, and folate. Now, before I get into these benefits, one thing I want to say that really surprised me is a lot of these benefits weren't off of just 1 cup a day. Some of them were up to 5, even 6 cups of coffee a day to achieve these same benefits. That's going to vary per person, of course. That's going to vary per ailment. But I was surprised to read that when a lot of the push is you should only have 1 to 2 cups of coffee a day. Now let's talk about some of these benefits. So obviously we know energy, duh. I mean, the caffeine levels can tend to do that. But here are some other great things, such as helping to lower the risk of type 2 diabetes. It's helpful at supporting brain health, which decreases the risk of diseases such as Parkinson's, Alzheimer's, dementia, and the progression of any of these. So if someone's already dealing with these, a good coffee can help slow the progression of these ailments. It can help manage your weight, supports gut health, believe it or not, helps to lower the risk of depression and alleviate it. So that would go right in there with the whole cognitive health thing. It can help protect the liver and prevent liver diseases. It can reduce the risk of heart disease and stroke, supports kidney health. It can help alleviate headaches, reduce gout flare-ups. It is naturally anti-inflammatory, and this one really surprised me. It can reduce the risk of infection from COVID-19. And this one, I just kept coming across it because, just so you understand, when I look up benefits of anything, I always cross-compare across the board from many different sites. And one I kept coming across was the fact that it can generally extend your lifespan. And I guess that's just because of the high antioxidants, the fact that it can help fight all these things. But I found it surprising because I've never read that particular thing on any other thing I've done a study on. I kind of laughed when I read it from the first site I came across, and then looking at several different types of sites and going, wait, this is all wording it a little bit differently, but basically saying the same thing. So one thing that you can do too to your coffee, if you like to have flavor in it, is though I generally enjoy my coffee black, especially during the wintertime, I love to add spices to my coffee. I add the spices because I know that they're just really good for me anyway, but I just like that flavor. I almost never add anything to sweeten it up, but adding some spices, this is why I have a spice blend that I've done that I'll link to the video on that down below. And I think I have a short I might be putting right here. But the spices, I was just really thought it was cool when I was reading this, that those same spices, a lot of those ones I use in there, when combined in your coffee, can really increase the overall benefits of all of these things, the coffee and the benefits of the spices as well. You're just going to give it even more of a health boost. And I thought, yay, that is so cool. So anyway, when this video is over, don't forget to check out that link to that spice blend. I use it in several other things too, but I especially like just adding it directly to my black coffee. I don't always do that when I'm drinking the Shepherd's Crook because I just love the flavor of it as is. But I do have a lot of other organic coffees I still am trying to work through. So on the days I'm having that, I definitely throw in the spice and just gives it that extra boost that I just love. So let me talk a little bit more about Shepherd's Crook since I'm here and I'm talking about coffee. I just was going to say that, again, these are organically grown, low acid, small U.S. family-owned business. Some of my favorite flavors, like right now, I'm shooting this at the end of December. And so I don't know how much longer this one will be available. They only bring it out in the winter, and this is a fireside blend. I love this one. I remember last year when I tried a bag this size, and I was planning on ordering more, and I never got around to it. And then they discontinued it for the season. So I was thrilled when they brought it back. So I got 3 bags here. And then another one that I'm recently starting to really like, Nicaraguan. And that one, it's a little more, it's a darker roast. I'm finding, I was surprised to find I actually tend to like medium roast better. But this one I'm really liking for a dark roast. My other favorites, they tend to come and go. I haven't seen the Colombian in a while, but that is one of my, I think that's my top favorite. Also, Honduras is another one that's available once in a while. Some that I seem to be staying on there would be like their blends, such as the Shepherd's blend. Love that one. And the Mexican and the Ethiopian are all pretty good. They all have their own unique flavor. And I would suggest, if you've never tried them, just start with the smaller bags. And you can even get now, I almost forgot this, they actually have a sampler kit you can buy with even smaller bags than this, where I think they have all of the current flavors in there. So they have single origin coffees such as the Nicaraguan, the Mexican. I love that one too. That's another really good one. And then they have their blends, such as the Fireside blend, the Shepherd's blend. They have the Homesteader's blend, and I think there's a couple more, maybe. So one thing is helpful, though, if you go to their site, which you'll find their link in my description box, plus that coupon code, they will describe the flavor on that, the notes and everything to the flavors, and explain whether or not it's a light, medium, or dark roast, or medium dark. And that might be helpful if you're trying to figure out if you want to just buy bigger bags like this and just go for it. The big ones like this, this is they call it the big black bag, and you buy it in a set of 2, and you can do 2 of the same flavor, 2 of different flavors. And so I'll do this. Usually once a month I'll order, because I'm stocking up, I'll order a set of the big black bag, whichever flavor I feel like I need more of. So my last one, I got the Nicaraguan and the Shepherd's blend in the big black bag, so that I can stay stocked up on them and stay ahead. So anyway, how I spread that out, by the way, going through some of my cheaper coffee, this is just what I'm doing right now, it's all organic. Some of it's Kirkland brand, some of it's some I got from Azure, which wasn't cheap, but it is still less expensive than this, is that I'll do those about 4 to 5 days a week, trying to work through them. And then on the weekends, I'll have my Shepherd's Crook coffee, because I like to save that for the weekend when we're resting and just enjoying the weekend, and add just even more joy by having my favorite coffee. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed my video on the benefits of coffee. And if you'd like to learn more about the benefits of anything else that I currently have out, there's quite a few videos in there. There's well over 100 videos in that list. I'll be linking to that full playlist down below. On YouTube, it's all in one list. Unfortunately, on Rumble, it's in 2 separate lists. You can go to my playlist section if you're watching on Rumble and I had to break it up because Rumble doesn't allow so many videos in a playlist. So I broke it up by, one is about herbs and the other one is about everything but herbs. So nuts, seeds, coffee, chocolate, etc. Oh, and you can make sure that you click on more or show more somewhere down here below the video screen. They're making it harder and harder to find that, but if you can find that, you might have to close the comment section if you're on your phone. Then you just click on it. It'll open up the description box to find all the links that I'll be putting therein. And any thoughts, ideas you'd like to share, please put them in comments down below. And thanks for watching. Take care and God bless.